Le gasp. It's a game occurring on a regularly scheduled stream. They told me it couldn't be done. They said, "That's impossible, Barb. Your hernia won't allow it." But here we are. It was mentioned to me that some people might like I consistently have people here watching, and it has been told to me that some people might not be comfortable chatting with the chat showing up on screen. So, yeah, we're gonna just try not having the chat on the screen. We have to mess things up somehow. Whew. But the problem with launching RimWorld early last night is, number one, it was suddenly midnight, so I didn't sleep. Gosh, I slept like 4 hours. A little blur. Fortunately for all of us, I sincerely doubt we're going to have a dungeon or a trial this week. And then I want to play RimWorld. Wow. And I'm sitting out in my living room in my lovely bay window, and the sun is coming in from kind of the southwest, so through the overcast clouds, so it's like just hitting my face enough to make me feel comfy without being like blinding. So I don't know, maybe this stream can transform into nap time stream. What do we all say? Snork me me, snork me me. Wrapped in the Skyrim blanket that one of the many men who finds my girlfriend cute and attractive gave her. She keeps going, "Well, I'm not cute," and then keeps also going, "Hey, guy gave me his number. What?" It's like, yeah, my girlfriend, cute. This is called having your investment pay off. The entire time we've been dating, she's like, "Oh, I'm not that cute." "What do you mean you're cute? You're so nice to think I'm cute." And I'm like, "You're cute, and you're just gonna get cuter." And now the rest of the world's catching up to my opinion. She's not really watching me. She's probably watching Matt Comart and not me. And I know because she didn't go blah in the chat. Love you. Mwah. So we're waiting for folk. Oh, and I should. System. Mouse. Limit the mouse operations. If I don't do that, it becomes a bit of a pain to migrate around and play a bit. Well, we have a moment to look at the markets, see how things do. Yay, we got some money. What sold? We haven't sold any huge items. Yeah, just a couple of little things here and there. None of the stuff that I really like went out of my way to say, "Hey, F you." But we can always take a look at it. I see. People have decided to kill the prices on pineapples. I'm not in a hurry. Someday, people will come to their senses and sell pineapples for a reasonable price again. I need to complete the adventure. An amphitheater leather. Show me 5 gil. 500. Yeah, that's probably fine. In fact, it's probably a sensible price for the pineapples too. This leather is not at a sensible price. HQ leather. Yeah. I just have it there because I'm like, maybe someone will buy it. That is not a sensible price for leather. I don't know. What do you think, Halabali? Single price of high quality leather, 10,000 gil. Oh, you're fixing up lunch. People fixing up lunch? What are you, Californians? Gosh. Move to a real country. I don't know. My local community has been just like, yeah, we're just Maryland, and we need to think of ourselves as Maryland and do what we can to keep Maryland safe from all the bullshit. Hey, and Ura's logged on. Who are you? Why are you staring at me? You don't have... You don't have a... thing. Friends. Why can't I find friend list? Hi.
Yeah.
Get to party. Should probably poke at Seika. Be like, yo, if you want to get in here. Although I think Seika's gonna chill until we actually are like in everything. Rostrum. Yeah, because we're not gonna be in a position where we actually need Seika or anything today. So I don't imagine we're going to see Seika today. But may as well invite. Can't wear that outfit yet. Next time we meet, I'll be able to wear any outfit I please.
Huh. Why are the summoning battle like way over there?
There we go. That'll do. The Rivara! Ignored. Woe is me. Okay. Let's go back to Tuliolol. We're in the new expansion after all. We should go to the new hub town. With just... I am once again so in love with this music. We have nothing going down that we need to worry about. Hey, woke. Please tell me that Lamont means left, so that you are the woke left. She trusts my instincts, therefore we can conclude that Lamont means left. My brain is very fun to have as my brain. It's terrible to have as my brain on occasion. But yes. Albric spared me having to make a choice. So we have this approachable Pelu. And I don't see a reason to wait for Halabali to get back from lunch, because Halabali has done all this. I left the Discord VC. Because instead of minimizing Discord, I closed it. Okay, and I'm back.
Yay.
With an option to invite someone to voice. One moment. Can I? I've invited Seika to voice. We'll see if Seika actually shows up. And now I've made sure to minimize instead of close. Oh yeah. We can kidnap the Pelu Pelu. Do we think we want to wait for Halabali to be back from lunch, or should we just abduct the Pelu Pelu and run?
I guess abduct.
Hello, duck person. The quest to Kozamauka will be available once you've completed the quest series, beginning with the approachable Pelu. To Urkopacha. What is it you'd like to know? Our main concern was confirming the state of the road ahead. As I recall, to reach Urkopacha, we depart from the Arch of the Dawn, then take the road west at the first fork. Should we be wary of anything along the way? That is indeed the way to Urkopacha. After the damage wrought by the recent downpour, however, you'd be doing more stumbling than walking. But do take heart. When it comes to rugged terrain, we have a most dependable solution available. Come with me. Dependable solutions. We'll be back to talk to you in good time, friend Hanu. Meanwhile, you can eat and drink your fill at XIV. Shbalyavti. You can eat and drink your fill at Shbalyavti, Mexico. Shbalyavti. It's been arranged. Yay! Shbalyavti. Is that what Woke said previously? I don't know if Woke's even said the name of the restaurant. But it's Fantasy Azteca, and it's an X. So I'm expecting it to be like the X in Mexico.
Yeah.
So, Chabalatier. 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 These are words I know I can say, I just need to practice them. They don't use any mouth forms that I'm not good at. It's in I don't remember the name of the language, but it has a benefit over Hindi because it doesn't use any things my mouth can't make readily. Just stuff I'm not used to making. I'm used to seeing an X like that and pronouncing it as a shush. No, it's more of a May I introduce you to our most dependable companion, the alpaca? Oh, that's cute. Oh, you don't like them walk? These
I think she
animals.
might have gotten into a fight with one.
Ah. I imagine that goes poorly. These animals can traverse Ukapacha's steep mountain trails as if they were gentle fields, and all while carrying heavy loads. Our merchants would be lost without them. So they fill much the same niche as our chocobos back home. You don't have alpacas in Eorzea? Alpacas are native to Yuktaral. Eorzea has its chocobos, and the eastern land have their horses. Why go to the trouble of breeding another pack beast in a place which ill-suits its qualities and where it's not needed anyway? Yeah, why bother? Looks at North America and the horse.
What happened with North America and the horse, exactly?
The ecological niche that the horse fills wasn't really filled in North America. So when horses escaped from settlers during early contact times, they just bred like rabbits and rolled across the country. Continent? Yeah, like horses. There were no horses in the Americas pre-contact. The last American horse died off in the Ice Age.
So, was there like any kind of beast of burden in the Americas before contact?
Dogs and llamas.
Huh.
But yeah, that's part of the reason why a lot of like North American groups didn't do big sprawling areas, because there weren't really great beasts of burden up north. You had access to bison and such, but you didn't really have reliable cattle or donkeys or anything like that. You had dogs. You had llamas. You had bison. But bison are ornery fucks.
I can imagine.
You're not gonna get bison to do shit. They're worse than asses. Yeah. But must we ride these little monsters? I get the impression you aren't fond of alpacas. When I was small and being rather naughty, I went around pulling on their wool. One of them spat on me, and it was the foulest stench you can imagine. I see. What are they like to ride? Alpacas bred as mounts are inquisitive and docile. Even those without experience find them easy to handle. We're really doing this then. A walk from boat to alpaca. Get out of your comfort zone, girly. So was my information useful to you? Yes, very helpful. Even it wasn't what I wanted to hear. Good, I'll take my payment now. You want me to pay you? I guess I should have expected as much from a Pelu merchant. Let me see what I have on me. The Pelu value the act of spreading joy through trade, as you should know. They take pride in making deals that benefit both parties. But maybe one a little bit more than the other. There you go. A fair price for fair advice. Yes, I've made a trade with the third promise herself. My friends will never believe this. I'll be on my way now. I wish you safe travels. Off you go then, and thank you. I'd better not get spit on again. You brought that on yourself. Remain calm and gentle, and so will they. I'm still not happy about this, but if we need to ride alpacas to reach Yokopacha, that's what we'll do. Rah! Let's get on the alpaca. Yay!
Turali poets of yore sang of a mountain that would stand tall, even should all other lands sink beneath the sea. Indomitable and eternal, it arises from Urkopacha,
Oh, this
the
does feel like...
100 peaks of time. Of all the beasts which crawl and fly, only the legendary Valigarmanda could hope to disturb the summit's serene majesty. Yet, with that flying calamity imprisoned by the Dawn Serpent, what great feat remains for those who would claim the throne?
Yeah, it definitely looks like out west. Like, if this were flat, it would be Nebraska.
So this is Urkopacha. I've never actually been here before.
Okay, it looks close. Well, it's relatively close to the
Air
mountains.
is so
So, like, if you go
crisp
outside the
and
city, it would
clear.
kind of look like this.
Mountains
Probably
everywhere
less
you look.
cactuses, though.
That one massive peak in particular has quite the presence. It puts me in mind of Som Al.
I think it's supposed to, like, make someone think of, like, the Central Mexican Plateau. That's probably what they're trying to give the vibe
That is
of.
Workor Sormor, the tallest mountain in
Workor
Yogg-Tural.
Sormor.
Its sheer height makes it an imposing climb. But there are other reasons the ambitious keep their distance.
Oh? Do tell.
Where to begin?
Excuse me, but you're Wuk Lamat, are you not? I hadn't thought to encounter one of the Dawn's promise here of all places.
Oh?
But I should introduce myself. I am Bol Nok, a weaver by trade.
Nice to meet you, Balls.
Well met, Bolnok. We're on our way to Watranpello.
Truly, I've just come from there, as it happens. I'd asked the Pelu Pelu who sell me their wool to give me a tour of their alpaca ranch. The head rancher and I shared a bottle of mezcal while he explained the finer points of wool production.
Mezcal is so good.
Mezcal, is that a local beverage?
It's an Urkopacha specialty, a spirit made from distilled agave heart juice.
Yes, and it must have done wonders for my mood, for I tripled my usual order of alpaca wool. They did offer me a discount, though, so it wasn't a bad deal in the end. But listen to me, boring you with my tedious stories. I will leave you before you are lulled to sleep. Goodbye, and safe travels.
Good luck.
Oh, silly me. I almost forgot to say the thing I actually wanted to say. Peace for Tural. I agree with your vision, Third Promise. You have my support in your bid for the throne.
Yay! That would matter if this were democracy. But it's not, so Neil
I gather
peasant.
from his tale we would be foolish
Yeah.
to underestimate Pelu Pelu merchants.
The look my girlfriend just gave me when I said Neil peasant. I loved it. Heart.
Yes, they do more than run the markets in Tuliolal. Pelu Pelu peddlers can be found everywhere in Tural, traveling from place to place on their sturdy alpacas. They are effusive and engaging speakers, and many's the customer who's been talked into spending more than they bargained for.
They won't find this customer so easily charmed.
Okay, they're a bit bigger than I thought they would be. Not sure that's actually accurate to how they look in real life, though.
It's right there.
What, the alpacas?
Yeah.
I think they're about person size. Yeah. Okay, that's bigger than they are IRL, but like the one the Halabali's on is about IRL size.
Yeah.
At least like the two I've met. I've only ever met 2 alpacas in my life, but they were both about that size to an adult.
Okay.
Like cows are freaking huge. Ooh, heron. This is it. Watchin Pelo, home of the Pelu. Uklamat should have arrived before us. And spent all of her allowance, I'm sure. That's not good. Well, you come all this way for the ready succession? Oh, so this means I'm exchanging words with the future Dawn servant. Oh, please, that outcome's far from decided, but it is a possibility. Oh, how fortunate, then, that I deal in cloaks woven from especially luxurious alpaca wool. Such a garment would look magnificent when draped over the shoulders of our budding ruler. And a nation's ruler should dress her best for her adoring people, yes, yes. Finery for our finest lady, that's right. Come, third promise, my well-stocked shelves are but a few steps away. Finest lady. The sound of that.
No, stop, it's a trap.
I suppose that quick look wouldn't hurt. And what did we just talk about? Elenvel, when did you... Ah, a Shatona from far off Zaktaral? Northern winters are bitterly cold affairs, I'm told. I can't imagine how you survive them without a lovely warm cloak of quality alpaca wool. No, thank you. I am not in need of new clothes at the moment. And neither is the third promise. Perhaps another time. Of course, my shop door is always open. You're saying something about not being easily charmed? It's just... As I mentioned previously, the Pelu people live for bringing happiness through trade. They won't cheat you or sell you defective goods. They will, however, disarm you with their deft turns of praise, and unwitting customers like Wuklamat fall prey to this affable approach time and time again. Your only recourse is a clear and firm refusal. They won't pursue the matter should you make your disinterest plain. A valuable insight into the minds of the Pelu Pelu. Let's all take Erenville's words of caution to heart. So speaking of caution, number 1. And number 2. Alpaca Keeper. And 3. Independent Merchant. Ah. Why are you letting me take my mouse outside of this? That's annoying. Anyway.
Oh, no
I
point.
want to try on these robes. That one's cute. That one's even cuter. And I should pose. I should. 'Cause I'm gonna be putting the rewards into Reaper, but I don't feel like I'm dressed for this weather, so I just bought an outfit.
Yeah.
And I want my inventory. These freshly purchased. Outfits. There we go. That seems good enough for everything here. Sorry, Wooklebot. I needed new clothes, so I had to go chase down that merchant. It's not my finest moment, I'll admit, but now that we're here, let's do what we came to do. Find the Elector. Allow me to propose a strategy, then. Kryl, Alice, and I will speak with the merchants. Wooklamot, you and Erenville may try approaching travelers that pass by. And Gobo, investigate the establishments that catch your eye. Oh, so they were just going to give me the chance to go wander around and shop anyway. Well. Shall we?
Mm-hmm.
What's over here? Distillery! Dawn Servant Selector? I thought you were a new face in town. Here for the right of succession, I take it. Me, I don't much care who sits the throne, as long as they keep Doral peaceful. People tend not to be in the mood to relax and sip our excellent mezcal once arrows and spears start flying, if you know what I mean. Speaking of which, would you like a cup? A joy shared is a joy doubled, I say. Oh, no, thank you. Not right now. Alright, yes, you're asking about the Elector business. Being but freshly returned from my trading route, I've heard there's a contest of fruit, but not much else. Our head ledger, Tobel, he could probably tell you more about it. And then over here. Hey! There's a porter. What do you do, porter? Electors? Oh yeah, I heard about the right of succession. Looking to put a new ruler on the throne, eh? Personally, I'm rooting for Zerolja. If the first promise wins, he looks to expand our sphere of influence. That means access to more resources and more customers. In the thousands column, potentially. So many new trading opportunities to spread happiness far and wide. Others have been coming around to my way of thinking, so I began crafting goods inspired by the resilient sun. Would you care to purchase something? No. No, I would not. Very well. You say you want to know about the Elector? I could help you, but I won't. I can tell you no supporter of Zerolja or his policies. I am. Politic. I mean, I'm not surprised, but also politic. And hey! We got... Are these... Oh, it's just like the Chocobo carts. So they've got like little sacks to fill up with just enough helium to float them off the ground, and then they can get pulled along by the alpacas. That's clever. Hi there, I'm Mablu. Do you have a question for me? Yeah. What guy did you use? Oh, I don't know about any electors. Take a moment to see our prized alpacas before you leave, though. Oh, but be sure to admire them from a respectable distance. Get too close and our nervous starlings may be tempted to spit on you, and that stuff stinks. Happened to have a visiting buyer not so long ago. Tobley, that's the head rancher, was so mad at me for not giving proper warning. No one makes a mistake without Tobley noticing. He knows everything that happens on the ranch. Oh. Well, where art thou, Tobley? Well, apparently we're going to talk to Woklamat first. You have to watch yourself around these silver-tongued peddlers. I almost bought a bottle of mezcal and a stack of blankets. There was this enchanting ornament. Anyway, I did manage to learn Tobley is the man to talk to about the contest. Now, if only they'd share with me where this head ledger of theirs is to be found. Probably there. He's also head rancher? But the alpaca ranch isn't far from here. I say we pay it a visit before the others return. Let's go, Alpaca Ranch. Up and down we go.
Up and down. Sounds about right.
And then we're probably not gonna have any dungeon this time, so I'm like, wow.
Aw.
So it's just gonna be this. Oh well. We're setting the characters and everything. There's a lot of alpacas. Still, we know the head ledger could be here somewhere. I can't let fear deter me. And not that I'm scared, of course. Excuse me, is one of the workers Tobley? Tobley? Oh yes, he likes to mingle with the ranch hands and keep an eye on things. I can't tell you which one he is, though. You can't? Is this part of the contest? All I can say is that Tobley often mentions his favorite pungent subject. He also can't resist a profitable trade. Though who among us could, am I right? Still, you bring him a very good deal, he might let his identity slip. Ah, so it's like a game. Easy enough. All I have to do is offer Tobley a deal he can't ignore. No problem at all. Well, maybe one problem. I don't think my purse is deep enough to pay everyone who we think might be Tobley. Let's ask questions first and narrow down the field. Great. We can meet back here and share impressions. His favorite stinky subject. Am I Tobley? Yes, that's me. Excellent work from the third promise in her entourage. Sharp instincts. Shall we commence the rite of succession then? Ah, you're not Tobley. You're full of shit. Are you Tobley? I think I might be Tobley. Well, maybe I am. All I'll say is that in the village, none have reared more alpacas than I. Alpacas are stinky. Diligent ranch hand. Visitor from across the salt, if I'm not mistaken. Be warned, alpacas will spit if you startle them. I suggest you keep your movements slow and deliberate. Tobley. That's Tobley. Well, obviously I'm not Tobley. I mean, whoops, I shouldn't have said that. I meant to find out yourself who Tobley is, or if an elector is even in the village at all. Good luck. I see. What's the diligent one? Diligent one's talking about the stinky alpaca spit. I see we're both done with our interrogations. Who do you think it is? I have my suspicions, but let's hear your pick. The diligent ranch hand is all about stinky spit. Ah, the worker's so intent on stable chores. If I had my eye on that one too. Time to rip the mask off our mystery ranch hand, so to speak. We know it's you, Tobley, and to prove it, I propose a deal. A generous sum of coin for confirmation of your true identity. An offer I gladly accept. As you've correctly guessed, I am indeed Tobley, head ledger of Wachumpelo and head rancher of the family ranch. I'm also one of Gul Jaja's chosen electors. Ah, in a place featured in the Tuliol saga, just as we thought. I was right to trust your instincts, and I wager this won't be the last time. She found you out fair and square, Tobly. And I'm glad she did. Would have been a pity if her bid ended here.
Deducing the Dawnservant's elector was the first step of the feat. Too simple a task for this aspiring ruler, eh?
Right. Not hard at all. Zorolja.
I am told the head ledger, Tobly, is to be found here.
You have to guess which one of us is Tobly. That's part of the test.
You're Tobly.
Without even asking a single question. Very impressive indeed. With that amusing prologue out of the way, we can proceed to the actual challenge. Per the Dawnservant's instructions, I was free to devise any manner of feat. I considered a number of possibilities in the 10th column. But I think I have a good one.
Uh-huh.
You must go forth and capture for me an alpaca.
Uh-huh.
While I've not had the best experiences with alpacas, aren't they generally docile creatures? That doesn't sound like much of a challenge.
Bring out the example! This is a special kind of alpaca. Would you please approach the animal, Third Promise?
I like what your laughter impends.
Who? Me? Well, it should stay calm if I stay calm, right? That's what Erinville said. Ah! The little monster spat on me! Oh, that stinks! I can't.
If I remember correctly, llama spit and alpaca spit have like the
Alpacas
same
are
shit
paradoxical
as
creatures, being both extremely curious and extremely cowardly.
like skunk juice in their spit, basically. Yeah.
Press your luck when they're frightened, and you'll get a face full of spit, as you've all just witnessed. Has an awful stench, their expectoration. The globs contain half-digested food, you see, making it an effective deterrent against perceived threats.
Ew, that's even grosser.
Wild valley breed like this one are especially timid and can therefore be quick to lash out. They're also especially hardy.
Indeed. We take the rugged wild alpacas and breed them with our gentle domesticated stock. This produces the strong but biddable pack animals prized by our traveling merchants.
That's all well and good, but did I need to bathe an alpaca spit for you to make your point?
So, the task is to catch a wild alpaca.
That is correct. But be warned that it is a feat easier said than done. I suggest you prepare well before you enter the valley where the creatures dwell. And by you, I mean the claimants only. Allies are not permitted to assist with the catching.
Oh.
The alpacas will help me judge which of you is worthy of receiving a keystone.
So I'm to chase down a fluffy, spitting demon, and
Trust
that's
in the
somehow
process,
proves I'm fit to
probably.
rule?
As I said, the Dawn Servant granted me the freedom to decide my challenge. And when you reach the end of the rite, I dare say you will understand why I chose what I chose.
Totally sounds so evil.
Very well. This won't take long.
Wait! Didn't I warn you this was easier said than done? There are preparations to be made, factors to consider.
A beast is a beast. All yield to strength.
So far, this experience has done absolutely nothing to improve my opinion of alpacas.
Aw, pat pat.
But that doesn't mean I can't do this. Revolting spit aside, they're just another animal.
That's the spirit.
Are you all right, Orclamat? We thought we heard you scream.
The third promise does not scream. It was more of a startled yelp.
Scream, in other words.
Ironville, how rude. It was a startled yelp. The third promise does not scream.
Did you find the Elector?
Oh, we certainly did.
The third promise does not scream. The third promise does not get seasick. And the third promise does not go to bed alone unless she chooses it. Right? I had to go and wash that nasty stuff out of my face. I think I got all of it. Would you mind taking a sniff for me just to make sure? The stench has ruined my sense of smell. Hey, I saw that look. I think I'm too horny for the third promise. As Woklamat helped us demonstrate, the valley alpacas are wary of people. Getting close enough to catch one will not be an easy task. You might have warned me about that earlier. I've had enough trouble with tame alpacas. You expect me to wrangle a wild one? With the proper saddle, we infuse the leather with a relaxing scent that soothes the spitting beast. Wonderful. Give me one of those then. Have you perhaps forgotten we're a clan of merchants? If you want a taming saddle, you'll need to find the saddler and make them an offer. You don't come chief, of course. Crafting a saddle will cost you the equivalent of 10 pel in the thousands column.
Oh, dang.
You mean 10,000 pel? I don't have that kind of coin.
Have the wrong kind of coin.
Converting to gil, that comes to around 1 million or so. Maybe if we all pitch in. No. This is my feat to accomplish. I wouldn't feel right about having others pay the cost. I'll find the money somehow. In that case... that basket of wool is worth the sum you paid me earlier. 1 pel in the hundreds column. Beginning with the wool, you can trade for ever more valuable goods, so you have something suitable to bargain with for the saddle. That's a nice gesture, but you think I could turn 100 pel into 1,000,000? That's 10,000 times more. We need 10,000 pel, not 1,000,000. So we're looking at 100 times more. Alright, I panicked and got it confused with Alphino's million gil. Not sure about this trading idea. You almost talked into buying a cloak you didn't need mere moments after you arrived. But I just hate when you're right. Well, then let me help you with your deal making. Hello again, Mabu. I work here as a wrench hand. I've also learned a lot about the peddler profession. It's alright if I aid them now, yes. I guided the claimants towards the first step of the feat like you asked. As long as Woklamat goes alone to capture her alpaca, she's free to accept assistance from whomever she likes. Hooray! Well, let's see about getting you that saddle then, Third Promise. I don't know why you made your offer, but I could use an ally with a beak for bargains. Welcome aboard, Mablu. Should the rest of us stay behind, perhaps? It may be easier to haggle over prices without so many voices chiming in. Yes, stay here and pitch in with the ranch work. With Mablu gone, I'll need extra hands to tend the alpacas. Gladly, although, Gobo, I think you should go with Woklamat. You've seen markets and bazaars the world over, and surely have sage advice to share.
I can't even sell fish. What makes you think I can trade do a trade deal for a profit?
Buying is easier than selling. In that case, you should also hold on to the alpaca wool. If it's misplaced or soiled in some way, you'll have nothing to bargain with. As if I'd do such a thing. But I'll leave the ghoul with Gobo anyway. It's better to keep my hands free. Welcome. To begin with, I suggest we try trading the wood to Havli, the saddler. He won't agree to the deal, of course, but it'll give us an idea of how much he'll accept for his wares. Yep. I'm the gal from Ul'dah. I'm in my element. Never mind that I was originally from Gridania and I went to Ul'dah to become a thaumaturge and then abandoned it because I like to move too much. I still have a brain for profits. Hey!
Yay.
Havli? Something I can do for you? We've come to bargain. I need one of your special taming saddles to catch a wild alpaca. A saddle, is it? And how'll you be paying for it? With this basket of finest alpaca wool. What use does a saddle maker have for wool? Besides, this would barely cover the cost of a single strap buckle. Offer me something I actually want. Well, what do you want? What might that be?
Brother?
Mezcal. I'd like to nurse a cup at day's end while I inspect my finished work. Bring me a jug of quality stuff and you got yourself a deal. This bodes well for us, Third Promise. Such mezcal can be had for only 5 pel in the thousands column. Hold on. Did you say third promise? The math was changed. Sale's going to cost you a jug of premium mezcal, aged 3 years at least. 3 years? That's valued at 10,000 pel or more. Why have you doubled the price? Because
She's from a rich family?
Because I must support the man of ambition who'll see my business prosper. Zoralja will go to war, and his cavalry will need saddles. Lots of saddles.
Oh,
It's
no.
nothing personal, third promise, but I won't sell you my craft for anything less than my asking price. Ixnay on the Amos spray.
I really don't want to deal with another conquest again.
Can't say I blame him. I'm known for championing peace, and peace is unlikely to bring in more customers. Those of our grandparents' generation remember the dark days when the lands were at war. Many of those Pelus pray for your victory, Wuklamat. A pizza would be lovely. The younger ones, though, to them strife and bloodshed are as children's stories. They see themselves safe from these horrors and take the peace we now enjoy for granted. Still others are unsatisfied with this quiet prosperity and crave the future the second promise envisions. They become obsessed with innovations like the dirigibles that have made trade swift and easy. And then you have those like Havli, convinced the first promise's plans for conquest will afford them opportunities for great profit. But what about you, Mablu? Aren't you of the younger generation? At least a year or two younger than me, I'd say. Oh, I was raised on the old tales. I've memorized the accounts of what it was like when the Yakhui ruled our village. That's why I offered help. I want you to be the Dawn servant, to keep our nation from going back to the way it was. Well then, I guess I'd better make sure I win the contest. But the type of mezcal the saddlemaker wants is so very expensive. Weren't we expecting to need 10,000 pel from the outset? Nothing's changed, we just need to get on with it. I may not have a head for trade or the stomach for alpacas, but I won't give up with the piece of Tuliolal on the line. But neither will I. We will make you Dawn servant. Aiming for that 10,000 pel jug right away will only bring us failure and frustration. So let's try first exchanging the wool for anything, even a touch more valuable. Trick's to find someone who needs alpaca wool and is willing to trade at a loss to acquire it. Someone who supports your bid for the throne, for instance. He just bought so much wool. He doesn't need more wool.
I was thinking, if anything, we go find the guy that's stolen the wool. He might be needing to restock.
Of course, the Weaver. Balds was his name, I believe. Went out of his way to say he agreed with my vision, and he was here to buy wool. I think I remember the direction he was going, but for now, let's head back to the road where we met him. Dead end. Mount. Aha, an earth elemental horse. Look. This is the spot. After Balls talked to us, he went off to the south. Then he was probably going to XIV's Inn. Most visitors to Wurchenpello end up staying there. Let's go and check, shall we?
Oh. Ah!
Oh, ah. Don't worry, Ura, I'm coming. On Tyrannosaurus Rex back. You have nothing to fear. Oh, God. I have something to fear. I'm not vastly overleveled anymore. Walk.
Nope.
Can I have the basket, Gobo? Here you are. What say you, Balls? Are you gonna do some charity for the third promise? Thanks. Let's see if we can turn a profit. Well, Nock, I'm glad we found you. Are you interested in making a trade? You wish to do business with me? Might I ask what this is about? We need to con you out of some money. So the goal is to turn that basket of wool into a jug of 3-year-old premium mezcal. And allow me to invest in your efforts. That's right, we're not conning him, he's investing. Peace in Tyrol is what allows me to cross freely to the lands of my suppliers. Naturally, I'd prefer that one pledge to preserve the peace wins the throne. Thus do I humbly offer you this wool poncho, a small token that I pray contributes to your victory.
Ooh, a poncho.
Well, that's fine craftsmanship. A garment like that would easily fetch 5 pel in the hundreds column. It's very generous, Moles. Thank you. I promise I won't let you down. I have every faith in you. My fortune bless your future dealings. Yay! I can't believe you quadrupled your investment in your first deal. We're off to a spectacular start. It's only because Goebel remembered our Weaver friend. All I did was hand over the wool. That's not true. The connections you build with people are vital. It's one of the most fundamental precepts of trade, which you've already instinctively mastered. You think so? Yeah. You have to have that parasocial relationship so you can milk your fans for money. Go to patreon.com/grandgabobarb. Give me money. If enough people give me money, I can quit my frickin' day job and stream more. Haha.
Ah.
I know so. Let's take our 500 pel poncho and trade it for something even more valuable. Here, Kovo. You take the poncho. If I lost it somehow, Erenville would never let me hear the end of it. Set. The next deal's waiting to be found. Let's go. Excellent trade. That's a little silly. Leveraging connections is a sound strategy.
Supply and demand.
But we need to consider supply and demand. An individual in urgent need of a good poncho will offer more than a merchant looking simply to stock shelves. Yeah, I understand this. This is use value versus exchange value. Your exchange value is generally driven by the average expected labor costs of the production of the good, and use value is driven by need. And as long as use value exceeds exchange value, then they're going to be happy to purchase. And if use value greatly exceeds expected exchange value, you can sell dear. Hi. That makes sense. How do we know if someone needs a poncho?
Well, we could check with someone who's not wearing one.
Yeah, I'm going to be serious and do this. I am old. I do have the old background. That's the obvious answer, isn't it? We look for a person without a poncho and hope they're eager to buy ours. There you go. Find demand for our supply. Where do we begin our search for prospective buyers? There are any number of places, but we could do worse than starting right here at the inn. There might be an interested traveler. Look for someone no poncho-less and cold. Who here needs a poncho? A lot of Mamulja hardly wear anything to begin with. They're probably Landsguard or sellswords. Mamulja who soldier for a living prefer not to wear much above the waist. It hampers their movements. So even if they have bared shoulders, Mamulja carrying arms can be struck off the list.
That one looks armed. That one already has a poncho.
Yeah, you're armed. You're ponchoed. You're sweating.
look-
See, no coat or cloak, but no weapon. No coat, no cloak, not sweating, no weapon. Hello there, friend. You're not a mercenary by trade, right? I was curious about your bold choice of dress, or lack thereof. Oh, there's no choice of mine. I was attacked by beasts on the way here and barely escaped with my scales intact. My coat was not so lucky. I'm actually a toolmaker from Tuliolal and was dressed quite smartly. All the better to show the Pelu I'm a man who takes pride in his appearance and therefore his work as well. But now look at me. Well, sir, this is your lucky day. We have a poncho for sale for a reasonable price. Oh, what a splendid poncho. This would be perfect replacement for the coat I lost. You'd be willing to part with it if you'd like to make a trade. For one of your fine tools, perhaps. What about this hatchet? I crafted it myself and will vouch for its quality. Blade looks sharp and the haft well made. I'd value it at 1 pel in the thousands. From 500 to 1,000, we have a deal. Wonderful. A fine garment such as this should put me on even footing with any Pelu merchant. Like the eponymous owner of Miplu's Mate Garden, for one. Her field hands use hatchets to harvest the mate, and I thought to impress her with the tool I sold you. No matter, I have other wares to sell. Glad I happened to meet you. Oh, well, maybe we could sell her the tool. You hear that? We found a new buyer. To Miplu's Mate Garden we go. Yeah, it's a fair distance on foot. We should take our packers.
Yeah, we got a good tip off.
These ones will be the calm type, right? Yeah? Excellent trade. That's so corny. I kinda hate it.
I do like it.
I don't really like it. It's it's like pretending that I did something and I didn't. I'm just following the story. But yeah. We did get a pretty good lead. You know, we're the middleman. This is why you hire a middleman. One moment.
Oh, I see it now.
The internet does not want me to leave those behind and subject them to another couple hours of ranting about pedo-jacketing discourse on Tumblr while I go around collecting them. They've made their opinions very clear in my YouTube comments.
What?
You're aware of I suggest estrogen, correct? Or I suggest force femme. I always combine. I always actually accidentally cram together two different account names. I suggest force femme.
Either.
So you haven't heard of it? The the little meme. I have a suggestion.
Like, I heard of, like, the act of force him, but I didn't know there was a username by that.
You didn't know so you haven't seen the Tumblr meme. I have a suggestion that has the girl. Well,
I think I've seen it, but I don't see it enough. But I don't remember.
Well, she's been getting harassed by bad faith people on the internet.
Oh.
And they've been accusing her of being a pedophile and being a young, discourse-oriented lady and not having the good sense to just block every single fucker who does that shit. And it sucks to block every fucker that does that shit, but it goes away in like 2 or 3 weeks at that rate. She's like had a couple accounts get nuked.
Oh.
And so I ranted a bit about that because, basically if someone's accusing a trans woman of being a pedophile, they're full of shit. I'm not going to say there aren't trans women pedophiles because, like, there have been. One of them has like a 40-hour documentary about her on YouTube.
Oh dear.
But people just kind of accuse trans women of being pedophiles and then or perverts or hating trans men or whatever, and then get them kicked off internet. So I ranted about that, and people got mad at me for ranting about it. But anyway, let's go on to happier things, like turning 1,000 pel into 1,000,000 pel.
Or it's enough to get like a premium jar of mezcal.
I want two. I want 2 premium jars of mezcal because I want to keep one for me. I could go for some mezcal. We don't have mezcal. We might have tequila. Love, do we have tequila? Yay! It's not good. It's fine. It's a reposado. Okay. It's a light reposado. I like a golden reposado, but it's a light reposado. It's fine. Now what I don't have is a cup. And I'm not drinking tequila out of the bottle. Should I be drinking tequila at 2 in the afternoon on stream? Probably not, but I'm not going to drink a lot. I'm going to just put a little bit in there because tequila's strong. But like, mezcal is like, what if tequila were sippable without getting horribly drunk? It's so good. Basically, it's basically like agave wine, yeah. Let me just pour myself maybe a dram. Yeah, I'll limit myself to about a dram. Thank you. Sip on a... Ooh. That's right. That's a strong tequila. Actually, it smells like it's aging in the bottle in our liquor cabinet. Before we get moving, you should be the one to hold on to this. With that, I suppose we should hop on the alpacas Mablu has kindly provided. Ready to go? Let's mount up. Begin the alpaca ride. Please don't spit. Please don't spit. You'll be fine. These are accustomed to people. Bubble tea. I could use some bubble tea, too. I have a knack for riding, no matter what you say. Without our alpaca friends, we Pelu would never have become traveling merchants. Can you imagine walking all the way across Tyrol? Hey, Silver Lobos. That mountain's too tall to be real. Ah, that mountain. Workers Omor, what's that name? Forbidding sight, isn't it? One I've never appreciated up close. Hullabali's like, I can make cooking mezcal. I don't think that's premium mezcal. I don't think he'll accept cooking mezcal. Don't care for ranch work? Oh no, I love it. I love working with alpacas. Becoming a peddler has always been the dream of mine. It's just I'm not sure I have the talent for it. If I can help you buy the taming saddle, though, it'd be proof I can do this after all. In that case, you'd best get ready to be a merchant. Yeah. Talent is just what you're willing to work hard enough to get good at. That's all that talent is. And we're here at Miplu's mating garden. I'm pretty sure it's mate, which is like a plant. We made it without a single smelly incident. I sent the alpacas back to close in, so we'll walk along the maid road when we return to the village. Speaking of roads to travel, you're adopted by the Dawn servant, weren't you, Third Promise? Thought I was. Then perhaps you understand. I was an orphan too, you see. Tobley took me in. He took in all the ranch hands, actually. All of them? Yes, and everyone works hard at their chores, grateful for the opportunity to repay the head ledger's generosity. Yet here I am, the only one wanting to go off and be a merchant. You don't owe shit to your parents, even if they've adopted you. I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm telling you this. We need to keep trading things for your saddle if you're prepared for the feat of gold. As it's mate harvesting season, they can't have too many quality hatchets. Add that to Waklamat's way with people, and we should have no trouble making a favorable deal. That's Miplu herself over there. Pass the hatchet to the third promise, and let's get to bargaining. And of course. You know what? Just in case. Just in case. Just in case. If we have any trouble, I can Bahamut. You have the little axe for me? Yeah, it's a fine hatchet. Thanks. Now let's see what we can get for it. You're Miplu, owner of the fields. I have a mind to trade if you're interested. Well, the third promise. I might be convinced to entertain a proposal. What have you on offer? This hatchet. Forged by a seasoned artisan, the razor edge of this exceptional tool will make light work of your crops. Quality is acceptable, I suppose. I offer you a large sack of mate leaves in exchange. A sack of mate leaves is valued at 1 pel in the thousands. Same price. This would bring us no closer to the mezcal. Ah, but if mate is like agave, then we could probably trade it straight up. If I may, Mistress Miplu, it's harvesting season, is it not? Does not the demand for hatchets afford them higher value? It is indeed the season, which is why I procured an ample batch of tools well in advance. We missed the window for demand. In that case, we'll have to fall back on connections. Think of it this way, a generous deal here will put you in the third promise's good graces. Surely that's worthy of consideration. I don't wish to give offense, but I must tell you that I stand with the second promise. His innovations will improve every aspect of our lives, I believe, including farming. I will no longer have need of hatchets. I assure you I have nothing but respect for Waklamat. That's why I'm prepared to purchase a spare hatchet at a fair price. I suppose it is a fair price given your reasons. We ourselves would be no better off for the transaction. How about this then? If we were to help bring in your harvest, would you give us a better deal? As a matter of fact, I would. Until Koana's reforms come about, I can always use more hands in the fields. Then you go ahead and I'll add our labor to the bargain. Added value to tip the scales. How could I have forgotten one of the most basic rules of training? You can rest here if you like, Mablu. Gobo and I have mate to gather. No, I'm helping too. Off to the fields then, and mind you pick the healthy leaves. I'll take 5 good bundles from each of you. Okay? Off to mate with everyone.
Yay!
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 What sort of plant is this? And it doesn't look like agave. Nope, this is just... Yeah,
I thought we were gonna have to try to pick out which ones were good or not.
I think they've stopped having that sort of thing because people are like, "Wow, I have to pay attention." I wasn't expecting it. I was kind of hoping. I'm like, "Ooh, that would be really cool." When I see that they're all verdant mate leaves, and I'm like, "Meh." They're just handing it to you on a silver platter now. Which I guess is fine, but it also means that I don't have any decisions to make. And I don't like when there's no decisions. I know that this game is mostly visual novel with intermittent raids, but I like when they give you little tiny, like, decisioning points. Even if it's just, no, you fucked up, do it right. You brought me some leaves then? Yep. Acceptable harvest. We'll see how your companions fared before I make any decisions, though. Oh, I'm sure Wooklamat and the kid did a lovely job mating.
Oh my god.
I'm not gonna not make that joke. We brought our share as well. Ah, thank you, Third Promise. This is more than enough to hold up your end of the bargain. Now it's time to honor mine. After adding the value of your labor to the price of the hatchet, I'm prepared to offer you a full sack of our highest grade mate leaves. Premium mate. But at the shop, one of those sack of leaves would cost no less than 5 pel in the thousands column. Then we can bid farewell to this hatchet. I give it a good home. Talk of the contest aside, I'm glad we could come to a mutually agreeable trade. As am I. All the best with the rest of your harvest. I can smell the pizza cooking.
Now I want some pizza.
Pizza.
Mablu, what's wrong? As I was saying before, even after everything Tobli's done for me, I'm planning to abandon it and become a merchant. But then I needed your help after forgetting the basic rule of trade, the fundamental source of all value in labor. How can I expect Tobli to accept my decision when I can't even remember about value generation from labor? Wah. So you're gonna give up then? Are you that weak? Huh? I can't. After getting a taste of real trading, I want to be a merchant more than ever. Then you'll just have to be honest. I seek to follow my father's footsteps, but not because he expects it of me. I want to preserve Tural's peace. Becoming Dawn's servant happens to be the best way to do it. You should live a life of your own choosing, and I wouldn't be surprised if Tobli had the same opinion, so talk to him. You're right. It's better to find out for sure than worry about what he might say. Thank you for the advice. First, we have a saddle to buy. I want that success under my belt so I can be sure of my decision. What's next, then? We try our trade for tea leaves for something halfway to the 10,000 pel? Oh, I think we're close enough now. I say we go straight for the premium mezcal. Bargain our way into double value, eh? Think you can do it? Trust me, I'll make this trade work. I admire you. That you're holding your own against such a strong competition for the throne's inspiring. Am I really holding my own against Koana and Chiralja? I mean, of course I am. I'm Wooklamat of the Dawn's Promise, after all. Yeah. You got me at your side, so we'll just... So if worst comes to worst, we'll just kill them and establish your rule through blood and violence. Like, I know you don't like blood and violence, but we can do a little bit of murdering your siblings for the sake of the peace of the realm. Don't look at me like that.
Oh,
Before we go, let me give you the mate leaves. I don't want to risk proving Erenville's point. Ready then? Our next stop is the Mezcal Distillery. I need to blow my nose earlier in the stream so that I scare away any weirdos in the VODs. I need to get back to doing my noise. Okay. Probably. We don't have an alpaca person right here, do we? Nope. Well, nothing to it but to do it. Bird, take me home.
oh. Don't mind me. I'm just doing a hunt real quick.
Ah, see, I saw you run off to the side, and I'm like, is there a current? I don't see any. Oh, wait. Oh, we're in the current expansion. There's going to be so many currents. Oh my god.
I actually did find one while I was waiting when I did the leaves. I was going around doing some mining and I found one by accident.
Wow. There's going to be so many around. Okay. If we go travel. Currents. Look at the number of Aether currents.
Okay.
It's a Meemole!
Oh, that is a lot.
It's 2 Meemoles! Feel free to move it. I can't stop and talk. I'm being chased by Meemoles. Okay.
I don't need to hunt these. Oh.
Okay, we're back in the town.
Wait. I could have just teleported.
But then we wouldn't have been attacked by the Meemoles.
Fair.
We'll still want to speak to the man by the name of Gobli. Even among his fellow distillers, he's regarded as a master of the craft. Of course he is, he's a gob. He knows the value of his product, so if we're convinced him to trade for twice what the leaves are worth, we're going to need targeted information. That means asking around and taking in gossip. If you could talk to the people here in the distillery, perhaps Wuklamot can do the same in the village. Meanwhile, I'll head to the north side, see what I can learn. Ah, it's the information gathering stage. Soon we will have some juicy blackmail that we can hang over his head and force him to sell. Hi, Beeplejaw. Me? I'm a chef from Tuliolal. I often come here to buy Gobli's mezcal. Finest in Tural, according to my customers. He always brings out a jug during our dealings, but I can't handle the stuff too well myself. I take small sips, not wanting to be impolite, you understand, but still end up so addled as to agree to whatever price he quotes me. It'd be nice to have us potent refreshments during such conversations. Else I might have to seriously reconsider our arrangement.
Also happened to that one other guy.
I'm going to hold off on sipping any more of my tequila and just sip with sip when he has us get sipping. Hi, Tusvili. Oh, Gobli might be a deft hand at distilling, but he's got no sense when it comes to appearances. Rumor has it he's been invited to the palace for business negotiations. If he presents himself to the court wearing his usual rumpled attire, though, he'll be laughed out of Sunperch. Ho 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 ho.
Interesting.
This is shaping up to be a far more positive dealing than I'm used to in Ul'dah. There's not much I can say about Gobli. I can tell you what Gobli's been saying. The other day he was muttering about monsters prowling around Agave's jaws. That's the field where they gather the ingredients for the mezcal. Their presence has made it harder to procure said ingredients, and thus driven up the price of his product. A boon, some might argue. It's hard to celebrate what it affects what the work it does. Can't really bring joy to people if you can't keep making the things they love. Ho 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 ho. Ho 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 ho. So he's gonna want the tea to serve people so that they don't cancel their arrangements. And he's gonna need somebody to murder the things. And he's gonna need advice about how to dress.
How to dress for court.
So what you find out? A lot. We can make use of all those tidbits. Deal's as good as sealed. As for me, I found out where Gobley's working. There's a millstone at the top of the slope behind the distillery. You go ahead and I'll bring Woklamat. Well, we have mate tea. Hey, Gobley. Do you wanna mate with your clients? Instead of getting them drunk, you can mate with them instead, and that might make them happier to be your clients. I mean the tea. Don't be a pervert. You have business with me, madam? Why don't we talk below so as not to distract the alpaca from its work? Let me move my work laptop so it's not in Cassie's way in a moment. Now what's this about? Keep it brief if you would. I'm a busy man. We're in the market for a 3-year-old jug of premium mezcal. Assuming you have any on hand, that is. An excellent choice. I must warn you though, it doesn't come cheap. We don't have Pel. We could offer a sack of mate leaves in exchange. It's top grade stuff like the mezcal. No deal. Mate leaves are well and good, but I don't have any use for them. Oh, yes you do. You're about to lose a contract because of the mezcal. No deal, just like that. Still, I hate to send you away. Why don't we sit and chat for a while over a cup of mezcal? Now the real bargaining begins. Which of our cards do you want to play first? The taste for strong drink. Let's see. I appreciate your hospitality, but I'm afraid I can't hold my drink. I've heard one of your regular customers, a Hobigo chief, is the same. Seeing as not everyone can enjoy mezcal, I wonder if you might benefit from having other refreshments to offer. Something like mate tea, for instance. Brewed from the finest leaves, of course. Oh, you're right. I had noticed a glowing reluctance on the part of my Hobigo friend. But I didn't realize I myself was to blame. I must endeavor to be a better host. Still, even with that added value in mind, no sack of leaves is worth the mezcal you're after. Somewhere, Gobley began to become a little Scottish. I'm nay interested in the deal. Should we offer to call the monsters causing them trouble? Let's close on that. Not yet. We carry that. Yeah, we close on that. We close on the monsters. I have too much. I have too much stuff and not enough space. Stop handing me things. As I expect you're aware, the rite of succession is currently taking place. That's why the third promise has graced us with her presence. When the contest is decided, the subsequent ascension ceremony and banquet will be a prestigious affair. If your mezcal were to be served there, it would bring your distillery immeasurable fame. Wait, could it be your rumored invitation to the palace is to discuss that very possibility? As a matter of fact, yes. I must admit, I'm still reeling from the abruptness of it all. It'd be a great honor and opportunity if I can secure the deal. Well, I should think your exceptional mezcal would speak for itself. That said, there's no such thing as being too prepared, and first impressions last. You want to be wearing your very best when you walk into Volkshunsa. It'd be such a shame to miss a chance of a lifetime for want of proper garments. Then it would. Are you saying you have garments to offer? Something ideal for court? Ah, we have no garments on hand, but we can provide you with the next best thing. An introduction to a weaver. His name is Balls, and his works are highly regarded in Tuliolal. As a supporter of Oklamat and a keen observer of palace politics, he'll doubtless be happy to guide you in the selection of an outfit to fit this golden occasion. It's a tempting proposal, and one of which I would like to take full advantage, but the scales still aren't quite balancing. Say, weren't there monsters running amok in Agave Jaws? That's a problem we could easily solve for you. Truly? I'd be most grateful for your immediate assistance. I was resigned to hiring sellswords to clear them out. Factoring in that saved expense and an introduction to a trusted weaver, this is shaping up to be a sound bargain. Alright, you have a deal. I knew you'd come around. Give us a moment. Gobo and I will take care of those prowling nuisances. As I shift things around so that my plate doesn't fall down. Turns out that the table I'm sitting at in the living room does not have room for my laptop, my mouse, my San Pellegrino, my monster, my tequila, my toothpicks, my napkins, and my plate of pizza.
Oh, I found myself trouble.
In the meantime, I'll use the time to pen an introductory letter to Bolnock. Fields you're looking for are just north of Huachumpello. Be safe. Onward to trouble. Alabali, we love you, but you don't have the connections that we want to be able to sell, you know? We want to be like, yo, palace connections. Aw, there's no shortcut that way. Rip. No shortage this way either. Aha! Shortcut! Halabali. Oh, that requires flight. Can I come around this way? No, that requires flight. Can I come this way? This game isn't Skyrim. I can't climb up the mountain. Oh, can I come this way? Okay, that gets me part of the way. Oh, I wasn't even going in the right direction. It's over this way. Okay. If I had a brain, I'd be dangerous. That should be Agave Jaws over there. This will go faster if we split up. Come find me when you finish clearing out your share of the pests. I hope the agave can withstand the might of Bahamut.
Oh.
How about the mighty flames of Ifrit? for the dread winds of Garuda. Compared to other creatures I hunted with Papa, this was no challenge at all. Come on, let's head back to the distillery. All that's left is to give Mabluth a sack of leaves so she can seal the deal.
Huh.
Alright, rest in peace, Memoles.
Oh.
Oh god, there's one of those.
I got it. I can handle this one. Wait, I got sidetracked because I saw an ether current.
Yeah, I saw that when I saw you.
Oh.
So, ether current. May as well grab the ones that we can grab while we can grab them. $519 yalms to the west. That's not very far at all, actually.
You have to go across the chasm, or?
Yeah. This is right on the other side of the chasm. Okay. It's just right across the chasm, then I'll just go grab it. Yeah, it's not very far, so we may as well. We're gonna have to get him sooner or later. Because this is maybe a little further than I thought it was.
Yeah, same here.
Because we have to go around.
Wait.
Oh well. We have to get it sooner or later. It's not like we're going to come back into this corner anytime soon. If we do, I'll be feeling very, very dumb. You see it?
Nope, I'm still looking.
Southeast. A little ways southeast.
Oh. Oh, could it be on these rocks?
West. Aha.
I see it.
How do I get to you?
Come on, Oppressor. You can try to do the thing with the horses in Skyrim.
I was just explaining the other day, like, not even the other day, like moments ago, that that's not a thing that we can do.
Okay, maybe we just take the slope then.
Yeah. There's no Skyrim horsing in FF14. If there were, speedrunning would be bonkers. Devs, add Skyrim horsing to FF14 so that there can be some absolutely bonkers speedrunning.
I already know that flight spell in Morrowind was used for speedrunning.
Whee! Yay! Let's teleport. That is way too far to go back.
Alright.
Now we're here. These monsters were no trouble for you, it seems. If I could have the sack of leaves. Here you
I
go.
forgot we had these.
Yeah, we're trading tea for tequila.
No, I meant like we had them on us when we were beating up monsters.
Thank you for looking after our precious trade goods. Your monster problem's been resolved. Here are the mate leaves and a written introduction to Bullknock as agreed. When the deal is done, your jug of premium mezcal aged 3 years. Accept it with my compliments. Yes, we finally have the mezcal. Great work, especially you, Mablu. You're the one who inspired me to come this far, Third Promise. But let's not celebrate till we have the saddle in hand. Mablu, is it? You drive a hard bargain, young peddler. I look forward to doing business with you in the future. Thank you, but truth be told, I'm a ranch hand, for now. Should I ever be a proper merchant, though, I'll be back to strike more deals with you. Excellent trade. 5 to 10. Wow.
Yay.
Not listed the value of our labor. Even at the palace, I don't think I've held 10,000 pel jug of anything before. My hands won't stop shaking. You better hold it till we get to the saddle maker. Sure. I promise I'll only take a sip to ensure quality. Could you imagine if we dropped it and had to start all over again? Luckily, Havel's place is not far. We just need to head across the plaza. Hey, Havel. We've got what you want, and if you give me any bullshit, we'll show you our strength. This is it, the trade we've been working towards. In one piece. Right, time to make our deal. Get your tools ready, saddler. We brought your precious mezcal. Wait, you actually got your hands on a jug, but you had nothing. A few measly clumps of wool. What we had was an aspiring trader with a gift for negotiation. Although I suitor aid no claimant but Zorolja, I cannot go against the guiding principles of the Pelu Pelu. The trade's a fair one. I'll craft your saddle, Third Promise. Great! Stay and wait if you like. I have all the requisite materials. This won't take long. Halabali spy. Get the information so we can make our own saddles in the future. Your commission's ready. Catching a wild alpaca is never a simple affair. Would you have an easier time with one of my saddles? Now, if you don't mind, I have other work that needs finishing. I can taste that smooth mezcal already. We did it! The saddle's ours!
Yay!
And to think we started out with only 100 pel basket of alpaca wool. Mablu, you're going to be an incredible merchant. Well, thank you. It makes me so glad to hear you say that, Third Promise. We got what we came for, so let's return to the ranch. The others will be waiting. So lame. I like the little palm on top of the arch. That's cute.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
Hi, Alfie. How went alpaca care?
Alice got spat on.
You acquired the saddle then? Yes, and thanks in no small part to Mablu. Before you rush out to catch the alpaca, let me teach you how to saddle one. I'll bring out our wild board friends so you can practice. I know, this is something I need to learn.
They say offered you to practice. I would have been dumb enough to like try to go ahead and like just saddle the wild one right away.
The Third Promise does not fear the alpaca. Great sunken gods, I did it! Hardly seemed bothered, much less inclined to spit, as if he were completely accepting of Wuklamat's touch. That's because of the singular scent which the saddle's been coated. Alpacas find it very soothing. You know, I've never taken a good look at one of you before, but you're actually kind of cute. You're only just now noticing that? Zeralja, he's back. Having done exactly what he set out to do. The alpaca book, is it just me or is it glowing? I've heard tales of such a beast. They say the golden alpaca lives a solitary existence deep in the valley where it shuns the company of both man and its own kind. How do you manage to snare a prize like that? A beast knows its betters. Faced with overwhelming strength, it will yield rather than risk death. An apt illustration of how greatly the power of the First Promise exceeds yours, Wuklamat. Strength alone won't win him our father's throne. I'll be the one to find the Golden City, and then Toral can remain at peace. An everlasting desire for peace can only be forged in the fires of war. To unite as one, the people must be taught. They must suffer the horror and hopelessness firsthand. Exhaustion from prolonged conflicts, the wages of war's merciless nature. Those are what moved the clans to join the founding of Tuliolal all those years ago. Consider the younger generation of this village. Since birth have they basked in unbroken harmony. Behold, they regard war not as tragedy, but opportunity. Thus does the resilient son seek to provide education. He offers much-needed lessons in the realities of conquest and a renewed appreciation for peacetime. Hard times lead to hard men who create soft times, who create soft men who need hard men to pound their softness out of them, something, the fascist bullshit. Ew, I hate them. 'Tis true, war's misery brings a longing for peace. But I've seen with my own eyes what becomes of an empire forged through the violence you propose, the rebellions it spawned, and the ruins it left behind.
I was hearing men pound men, and I was thinking toxic yaoi.
The Garlean Empire was a congregation of simpletons. What we have is attention. The oppressed fought back against their oppressors as well they should. Men are not beasts. Only a fool would seek to rule over all with the threat of force alone. This is why Gulja did not elevate the Mamulja, why he treated all clans with equal respect. However, the First Promise has his gaze fixed upon a more distant horizon. He would not unite not only Tuliolol, but the star in its entirety. What? Why? I need not explain myself to you. Oh, well done indeed. First Promise has completed the feat of gold with an appropriately golden flourish. May I present to you your much-deserved keystone? He's always been like that, never sharing his innermost thoughts with me or even with Kuana. It's like we're not even family. He's a bloodkin supremacist. SMH. I'll ponder Zeraljar and his mysteries later. Right now, I need to think about finishing the feat of gold. I have my saddle, I've practiced how to use it, and so lead on to where the wild alpacas roam. The valley of Urankaka is northwest of here. Come everyone, even if we can't enter ourselves, we can see Wuklamot off on her hunt. Well, I feel a little stupid now.
Why?
We're going right back to where we were hunting for the Aether Current.
There'll be more Aether Currents to find, I'm sure.
Oh no! Meebles!
How is that alpaca faster than my wolf?
Oh.
Actually, no, in hindsight, that's a silly question.
Halapali probably has a bunch of speed boosts from running ahead of us in the MSQ.
I got the map.
I know I can. Cheer her on. Rah, you can do it. Please be voiced so I can enjoy some pizza.
Good luck, Third Promise!
Yay!
Thanks. I'll need it. Truth be told, still not sure about alpacas. I'd rather not go near one if I can help it. But if I'm to rule this nation, then I'll need to learn how to live with them. Tural is their home too. Right. I'm off.
So, shall we head back to the ranch, or...?
I'm staying here.
As will I. Wuklamart is alone in this. The least we can do is stand watch and await her return.
It may be a while yet. Help me pitch the tent.
I'll help you pitch a tent anytime, Heronville.
Oh dear.
I just say that twice because I didn't unmute in time.
What I was thinking was, it's not morning yet.
Trust a gleaner to come prepared for anything.
What's a gleaner?
Someone whose job it is to travel the world and procure uncommon things for their employers. Erenville specializes in finding animals, I believe.
But aren't you a Shaitona from Shaktural? Why did you cross the salt?
When I was much younger, the thought of leaving Tural never even occurred to me. But then, some years ago, my mentor tasked me with a difficult hunt. Something I could never find, she said, so long as I clung to the familiar. She suggested that I leave home, leave Tural, and join the Gleaners of Sharlian. As one of their number, I could experience the world, immerse myself in myriad cultures and customs, see the many faces of nature. And once I had learned what is truly important, I would find that which I seek. My younger self took those words to heart, and off I went to become a gleaner.
Her words alone moved you to leave behind everything you'd ever known? You must have great respect for your mentor.
As it happens, gleaner work was much to my liking, and I all but forgot why I had pursued it in the first place. Yet, events conspired to put me back on the trail I'd abandoned.
Wait, are you saying you were tasked with finding the City of Gold?
I was. And though my hunt is now entangled with the right of succession, I mean to see it through.
Well then, I understand completely. We all have our reasons for seeking the Golden City. Which is all the more reason for us to work together.
Just so.
She should have been back by now. What if something's happened to her? We need to tell Tobli and arrange a search party.
Chill.
Wait. Do you hear that?
I did it.
Yay, it's a normal-looking alpaca.
You're utterly spent, and small wonder.
Well done, Third Promise.
The ranch isn't going anywhere. Take a rest in the tent.
I think I will. Thank you all for believing in me.
I'm so relieved the Third Promise came back to us safely. And the alpaca she tamed is a healthy-looking beast. Surely this will be enough to satisfy the feat of gold. I think I can sell 2 dyes for more than 500 gold. Woklamat seems a bit unsteady on her feet. Hardly surprising after she spent the night chasing alpacas. We know what'll melt away fatigue like that, though? Like magic, though? Mate tea. I'll run to the ranch and get a pot brewing. That way you can take your time and the tea will be ready when you arrive. As Mablu so wisely suggested, we should set a slower pace. Shall we? Shall we?
Shall we?
I think it's actually going to be about the same distance to go if we teleport. Thought about teleporting, but I think with the teleporting animation and the travel, it might even take longer. We're already back here. Came back ahead of the others, did you? I show you along with the tea then. Woklamat can't be that far behind. Oh, the tea is really magical. I feel better already. I'll see you become more comfortable around our furry, fuzzy friends. Watching this one taught me a lot about alpacas. What grasses and fruits they eat, what sounds they react to. They're adorable little quirks. I guess I've grown kind of fond of them. Welcome back, Third Promise. Accomplished the feat of gold, have you? Yes. There's no mistaking a valley alpaca. I commend you on your success. Well done. Yay, we did it! Although I couldn't find a shiny one like Zoraja did. I'd be surprised if you had. Golden alpacas are born but once every few decades. They're elusive, solitary creatures that are rarely seen, much less captured, thanks to their innate physical and magical gifts. Only a single other person is known to have caught one before, that being Galul Jaja himself. Papa was chasing alpacas too? So my grandfather's stories say. It was before the founding of Tuliolal, in a time when the mountain giants, the Yokoi, held our people in thrall. Compelled by their overlords, our forebearers would ride the alpaca mounts to the highlands to deliver gifts of food and other tribute. These were wretched days, to hear grandfather tell it. Then along came the young Galul Jaja, unburdened by the mantle of Dawn Servant. Our people were amazed by this imposing two-headed figure, equal to the Yokoi in stature, and puzzled by his entourage of mismatched companions. Some trembled in fear, believing a new conqueror had come. Yet Galul Jaja showed no such inclinations. He sat and spoke with us, sipping from cups of mate tea we offered him, and grew somber when he learned of our plight. None could have anticipated what the visitor decided to do next. Galul Jaja ascended the cliffs to face the giants and freed the Pelu Pelu from Yokoi's subjugation. He then turned an apprising eye on our riders and proposed we take to the road to peddle our beverages. The suggestion seemed obvious for one who traveled as he did, intent on fostering amity between the clans. So it was a few words from Gulul Jaja transformed us into a clan of iterant merchants. I'd never heard the bond Papa forged with the Pelu Pelu spoken of in that way before. The saga is not so detailed. Then you may not know that Gulul Jaja sought a sure-footed guide for his trek up the highlands. Thus did he capture a golden alpaca. So my brother and my father caught the rarest of creatures. Well, an ordinary one is the best I could manage. Well, the feat required no more than that. Third promise, and you brought back a perfectly wonderful beast. Mablu's right. You're a perfectly wonderful beast. If anyone's ordinary, it's me. Pat, pat. Spit on her. Wake her up. Not only did you accomplish the feat of gold, you also made many trades and brought joy to many people. In true Pelu Pelu fashion, I sorely doubt your sibling could have achieved the same result. You should be proud of the accomplishments which earned you your keystone. First keystone acquired. So that's what they look like. Go on, set it in the tablet. A perfect fit. That leaves 6 more. You're well on your way, third promise. We'd have been lost without you, Mablu. Thanks to you, I learned so much about the Pelu people and their customs. It might seem obvious, but I've come to realize the importance of properly knowing something. It's because I didn't understand alpacas that I was uncomfortable around them. I'm thankful to you as well. You've given me the courage to say that what I wasn't sure I could ever say. Tobli, I want to leave the ranch and become a merchant. I appreciate everything you've done for me, and I've loved every moment caring for the alpacas. But this is something I need to do. I need to walk my own path and make my own trades. As your parent, allow me to say one thing. I've always tried to give my wards lives filled with as much happiness as I can promise. But never once have I wanted that to be the only happiness you knew. You have my blessing to walk any path you choose. It gladdens me to hear you found a calling you wish to pursue with such passion. You'll make an exceptional peddler, I'm sure of it. Thank you, Tobli. What did I tell you, Mablu? There's one last thing I can help you with, third promise. You need to find the Golden City, right? That's the end goal. And I suggest you talk to the Yokoi. They once ruled over far more than just Urkapacha and the Pelu Pelu. 1,000 years ago, they were the overlords of Yoktural and all its peoples. During that era, the Pelu Pelu were commanded to search for a city of gold. They scoured every corner of the continent, but never found any trace of that fabled place. But if they didn't find anything, what could the Yokoi have to tell us? They may not have found it, but the fact that they were thought to look for it all makes me curious. Perhaps there's value in delving into how the legend originated. We lose nothing for asking the question. Besides, if we're determined to follow the path of the saga, we'll be visiting the giants eventually. Oh, Cry, I have a question I'm meaning to ask. Since we finished with the feat, where did you acquire that earring? My earring, do you recognize it? Yes, pieces like it first became fashionable in Dawntrail around 20 years ago. Since then, it's been common to wear one as a charm for safe travel. 20 years ago, right around the time my grandfather made his journey. But the Dawn Servant implied the earring was connected to the Golden City in some way. Surely there was more to its significance than a simple fashion. If you want to know how it first came to be crafted, I could try to find out. Seeing as it's a regular seller for many merchants, I'm curious to learn about it myself. I'd appreciate that very much, thank you. Jumping first into the peddler business, eh, Mabaloo? Yay! Alright then, let's head back to Tuliolol and get ready to search for the next elector. After a brief bathroom break, assuming we want to go push through the other one of these and be ready to actually have dungeons and stuff next time. Farewell for now. I'll become Dawn Servant, so make sure you set aside your best mezcal for the occasion. Bye.
Actually, I do need the restroom as well.
She has a fearsome opponent in that brother of hers. He even brought a golden alpaca to heal. But you've heard Sir Aljad's supporters talk. They might see opportunity in his expansions and his ambitions, but they find the man himself intimidating, terrifying even. Whereas I've grown to love Wuklamot. Everyone she meets will come to love her too. That's why she'll win the throne. You might be right, Mablu. You might be right. I love the little duck masks. Please say that we're back in Tuliolol. Nope. Let's get back to Tuliolol and then I'll go to the restroom. Feels good to have the Feast of Gold safely on our belt, even if my victory pales beside Sir Aljad and his shiny golden alpaca. I know I shouldn't let it bother me, but gods know you've all been so supportive. But I want to be strong, or wise like my brothers. To be a promise that people respect. Which is not likely to say, not likely if I stand here carrying on and on around things. Let's move on. Back to Hibalyav Tie with us. The contest has hardly begun. Hibalyav Tie. Woo! Back to Tuliolol. Back to Hibalyav Tie. We'll close out this quest, go to the bathroom, and then start the next chain, and we'll grind through all of the introductory morning stuff. It's, I understand it, but it's still long and meh. You know? Ooh. But thank you, Wuklamot. And just like that, we found an Electra and won our first keystone. I knew it was right to trust your instincts. Come on, let's keep things moving and march onward to Kozamaoke. Chances are good we'll find an Electra there as well. Before we do anything, however, we should see what your patient new friend has to say. Okay. We will. ERB. And then Hanu.